Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Better than yesterday. Yesterday was not the greatest mental health days. That's not why we're talking. We're not going to talk about that today.
Okay.
But, are you sure you're just okay, or are you any other way today?
I'm out stinking standing. How about that?
Ooh, that's a new way to say it. I like that.
I used to say that all the time. I got away from it.
I get it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to, happy stuff is kind of, yesterday, bad mental health day. So I want to kind of like let that go and just try to have happy day. So I was thinking an interesting topic.
Okay.
Guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasures. Sorry.
Not guillotine pleasures, you fucking weirdo.
I said guilty.
Well, you didn't mean to cut me off. What we'll do is we'll pick out that would actually be a really fun thing to do is put 100 song titles,
Okay.
100 songs into a fishbowl or whatever, and pull one out, each one at a time, and just do lines from that song for conversation and see who wins to make it fit in better. Because, you might know more random music,
Okay.
as far as different, but I think I know more lyrics to songs than you. But
I mean, it is possible. Yeah, I do. Sometimes for fun, I will respond to people's posts with song lyrics.
we would just have to decide on 20 bands that we both know about. That might be hard.
That's lame. That means no guar.
No guar.
No clanad.
No clanad. But I mean, it would be interesting nonetheless because, we could include Eddie Rabbit. You like Eddie Rabbit?
I prefer Eddie Money.
Eddie Money, I was actually really sad when he died.
Who gave Eddie money? Who went Johnny Cash? And who owes Jack De Niro?
Dad jokes.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to pick your nose. I was like, what the fuck? I was literally thinking, what the fuck are you doing? No. So, fun topic today. Oh.
It was Robert De Niro, not Jack. Anyway, carry on.
You're such a dirty cocksucker sometimes. Anyways, I was thinking something fun because it's not like we let people into this side of our world. You know what I mean? Not often.
Yeah.
And there's not many people who know it because only you and I get it sometimes. I mean, this is the bonus of finding your weird ride or die friend is that you've already got a ride or die because he'd probably fucking shit himself and cry if I ever took you away from him. Cry, baby. Ugh. But hey, I was going to say, you take care of his pussy when he's away, but that was going to sound bad.
Wow.
I was thinking of Squizzy. Yeah. So you can redact or delete that if you need to. But anyways, guilty pleasures. So it's something that we've talked about before, kind of general things. And I think they kind of change and evolve over time. But it's not something we in general talk about with a lot of people. I don't anyways, just because I feel like I'm giving somebody secret knowledge, they know how to make me do their bidding, and I don't like that. I know that sounds wrong that way, but
yeah. If I tell people that you do such and such, I'm trying to think of a guilty pleasure that I have.
I 100% know your guiltiest pleasure. No, I wasn't even going there, creepo. Not only do I know your guiltiest pleasure, but you make no apologies for it.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to think of what people would normally. What would you? God damn it! words English, motherfucker.
Do you speak it?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Not really, because it's like you're garbling yourself on some nuts or something over there.
Yeah, you don't reach.
Oh my god, you're not the hedgehog, huh?
No.
I wonder how many people will get that reference.
Definitely not a turtle either.
If you get that reference to the hedgehog, leave a comment.
Actually, for a second there, I was like, the hedgehog, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, not my preferred person by any...
Yeah.
I have thrown up more than once seeing that happening. Like, oh, the fuck, I don't want to see that in a movie. But if you know who it is, or you know what it is, or why it is, leave a comment, because, that's that shows your age right fucking there.
Leave your guesses in the comments below.
Right? Yeah, don't blow your comments.
Wow.
Anyways,
I'm really proud of you, son, but in the future, don't tell people about that. Anyway.
Are you proud of me, Daddy? Are you proud of me, Mommy?
Anyways. Squirrel.
Okay, stop squirreling. Guilty pleasure. It's really bad if I know your guilty pleasure more than you do.
And here's the thing. So, what is your definition of a guilty pleasure?
So, my definition of a guilty pleasure is something that you do, eat or say, like whatever. It's something that you do that brings you actual joy that, number one, may not bring somebody else joy. Two, they might be like, why would you like that? Why would you do that? Like things that are kind of out of the mainstream of, like, you see all these beautiful young ladies on the TikTok going, my Sephora trip. I spent $180 on this new lip gloss. That's their guilty pleasure, is spending ridiculous amounts of money on petroleum that you can pick up at Walgreens for $2.98 and tint with food safe food dye for $1.98.
Yeah.
So that's what a guilty pleasure is to me. Something that brings you joy that maybe when people look at you would not peg you for it, or they don't understand why it's such a guilty pleasure.
Better not be trying to peg me. I'm going to have fucking words.
I was going to say, but I think traditionally, a lot of people think a guilty pleasure is something that you do, like, say, speak, feel, whatever, that the mass mainstream probably doesn't.
Okay. Because I was thinking maybe it was something along the lines of, like, it's something that you enjoy doing that you're kind of embarrassed to admit or something like that. You wouldn't want others to know, that sort of thing. I mean, I've never looked it up or whatever, but so what does it say? So
it says the true definition of guilty pleasure is something such as a movie, television program, or piece of music that one enjoys despite feeling that it's not generally held in high regard. So exactly what I said. It's something that most people wouldn't.
Okay. Going by that.
Yeah, let's start with guilty pleasure movie.
I mean, there are plenty of bad movies that I like. Probably the easiest one would be...
Don't fucking say mine or I'm going to be pissed.
Would be like Evil Dead.
Okay, yeah, I don't care about that one.
And the second Evil Dead, even though they're basically the same fucking movie.
Trash. I mean...
You also...
cult following. I mean, just
also,
like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I don't like that movie. I don't hate it.
He's just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. So are you, like, harping on him because he's a sweet transvestite, or because he's from transsexual Transylvania?
Well, first of all, that movie's a fucking musical. That's a fucking big mark against it to begin with. I don't like musicals. I mean, I'm sure there's a musical out there that I'm like, I love that movie. But generally speaking, no, I don't like musicals.
If y'all could just see how serious his face looks right now, this is like fucking priceless, bro.
I mean, this is like high intellectual fucking conversation right now.
Right. So the Evil Dead franchise would be, because they say on this would be movie and television program.
Yeah,
are two of them of what you would call a guilty pleasure.
I mean, sure. I mean I don't know, because I know well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I have a strong feeling that the third movie was actually the one that did the best.
Probably.
The Army of Darkness.
Oh yeah, that outshined the others by far, and I think that's because of the advances in special effects and all of that things.
Well, and also it actually got played in theaters. I don't know about the other two.
And I think Bruce Campbell got a little more serious, like he really leaned into Ash, I think, where he was just like, you know what I mean? Because he's done interviews where he was just like, he knew what it was, and people, you know, like, but I think he really leaned into, this is a believable guy. This shit really happens. I mean, don't know.
All of it has been super campy.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, probably, out of all the movies that I like that probably aren't mainstream or whatever, it would be probably Bubba Hotep is up there too, and it's another Bruce Campbell. But yeah, the original. I mean, what other movie have you seen where they had a black guy who was playing? God damn it, JFK. So
I've never seen the movie, so I don't know.
So JFK allegedly in this movie got his brain swapped out and got put into a black dude. And this old black dude is in this fucking
what did you call this? Bubba Hotep?
Bubba Hotep.
Okay, I'm listening.
And so there's this black dude in this old folks home talking about he's fucking JFK. And then there's another dude who is supposedly Elvis Presley. And they both basically, the Elvis Presley dude, he got replaced by a dude who looked like him. And so the Elvis Presley who died was the imposter. And the dude in the old folks home is the actual Elvis Presley. It's fucking ridiculous and hilarious. And then on top of all this, there's a mummy. It's so fucking stupid. It's great.
You know what's funny is I think I've seen part of that movie. And the only reason why is because when I saw who plays JFK in the movie, I'm just like, oh, Ossie Davis? Oh, I think I've seen at least part of something where... And I do remember seeing Bruce Campbell, like, dressed up or imitating Elvis or something.
Yeah.
So...
Bruce Campbell is Elvis in that.
So there's a show my partner likes. Burn Notice.
Burn Notice,
and Burn Campbell is in there.
Yep.
Bruce Campbell's in there. And I was very reluctant to watch it until I just was like...
I mean, he's playing a serious character. That's one of the few... Actually, that's the only thing that I can think of that I saw him in where he was legit playing a serious character.
Yeah, I mean, I gained a lot more respect for Bruce Campbell as an actor when I saw him in Burn Notice, because just the way he was just like, look, there's some things in life that are, not so serious. And then there's other things where it's important to be serious. And at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself and your family.
Yeah.
And so I had a lot more respect. I mean, he's a good looking guy too. I mean, honestly, at the
very least.
No, I mean, like, I think he's, I find, we have had this conversation before about like we just did off mic about
Brad Pitt.
Yes, Stephen King talking about who he'd have playing him in movies. Yeah. And just the fact that he was just like, I'd like Brad Pitt, but he's a much better looking fellow than me. And I'm just like, is he though? I don't know. For me, if I'm talking about what I think is stunningly handsome, I'm going to go...
Not say Stephen King?
Well, no, but that's because he's a bit of an oddity. Like, his brain's odd like mine, so that kind of a little bit. But I would say in an older aspect, like much older aspect, I would say Sam Elliott. Yeah. Very good look, and he's always been a good-looking man.
Yeah,
but I would like him to trim his mustache up to a more respectable level, because that's the only thing I don't like about Sam Elliott is his mustache, because it just it just reminds me of.
Let's face it. As soon as he starts talking, you're like, okay, I don't care about the mustache.
Well, it's the problem. Here's the problem. So I've stated before, I have a friend who I love dearly, but I look at like, he couldn't actually be my quote daddy or my papa, but like an older brother way. So Papa, he looks very much to me like who used to be my fantasy guy. And it was just like, as soon as I, in real life saw it, it was like, no, because see, even way back in the day, the first time we met each other virtually, me and him and his wife, when we met virtually, it was on Xbox 360 and their first iteration of a camera, which sucks because, I could not tell what he, generally speaking, looked like other than
there was a white dude on the camera.
There was a white guy on the camera. He sounded like, what the fuck's his name? Michael Clark Duncan? He sounds like, that's how deep his voice is Michael Clark Duncan. But then it's like, yeah, so sad. So he's got that deep voice like Michael Clark Duncan. But then when you see him, it's more like, who's an athletic wrestler that I really, I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. It's more like Jesse Eisenberg because he's a really trim white guy.
Yeah.
But he looks so much like Kyle Chandler. He sounds like Michael Clark Duncan. So I did not know, and I did not believe him when he told me how white he was.
That's like that band Zombies, the ones who do the House in New Orleans, the House of the Rising Sun.
Okay, the Zombies. Okay.
I always thought that dude was black, and then the first time I saw the video, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
See, that's funny. I never did. Just like I never thought Jim Morrison was black, but I remember people telling me, "Oh yeah, that's really a black guy. There's a black guy singing. Jim, that white guy is just a front." No, so
yeah, I never thought that.
But we're not getting back on music today, damn it.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so Evil Dead 2, Bubba Hotep. That's your guilty pleasures for movies.
Sure.
Nice. I have 2.
Okay.
3. Maybe? I don't know, 2 for sure.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, fuck you.
Also, I'm just sitting here the whole time with my poker face going, please, God, don't say it. Please, God, don't say it. Because it is not only do I love Tyler, what's his name? Sorry, dude. Sorry, actor, sir. I love Alan Tudyk. And I just love these teenagers just come in and they just been killing themselves left and right. And the one of them just jumped into our wood chipper. Fucking awesome movie. I love that movie. I have probably seen it no less than a dozen times. I love it. It's a guilty pleasure. I know a lot of people, when it first came out, they're like, oh, this movie's so fucking stupid. And I'm like, this movie's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, that movie's amazing.
It is so, oh my God. Especially, like,
I actually watched that movie twice.
Wow, breaking your own fucking rules. Wow, look at you, big guy.
I might have watched it 3 times.
I think you've watched it more than that.
I don't think so. I mean...
You might have seen it in glancing, because I used to watch it on my tablet at work all the time when it was slow.
Yeah, and sometimes when I'm hanging out with Jeremy, he'll just watch fucking movies over and over again.
Right. And then want to talk through the whole thing?
Yeah, like what was it, Iron Man 3, I think it was? The one where there was a whole bunch of, the dude had a whole bunch of, like, clones of himself or whatever.
Had, like, the superhumans that went kabooies?
Yeah.
Okay, that is Iron Man 3.
You
like
see,
that kabooies?
I still don't fucking know what happened in that movie. I watched it like 4 fucking times, and Jeremy was talking the whole fucking time each time.
Iron Man wins and Pepper lives. Okay, you're welcome.
I mean, Pepper Potts. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I know that is not, I mean, a lot of people look at that and they're just like, oh, that shit's so campy. Now, when I was younger, like 16 younger, I would have said something like Rocky Horror Picture Show, because somebody I know used to go to a local movie theater and they used to act it out on the midnight showings.
Yep.
And so to support her, I'd say, oh, that'd be my guilty, because who doesn't like going into a fucking movie theater and throwing toast at people, right? But, the older I've gotten, I'm like, that's one of those things, like, I think I saw it like 4 times that way in the theater when she was performing in the movie theater. I should make that really clear. The movie is playing on the big giant movie theater screen, and then people are acting it out down in front of the first row.
Yeah.
And so I think I saw it 4 times that way. I saw it once for its like 20th anniversary. And then I think I saw it again on the 25th anniversary, maybe. Like, but even then I didn't really pay attention. I mean, I probably paid more, I know this is going to sound horrible. I probably paid more attention to the Glee episode that was talking about them doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show for the High School Musical.
Yeah.
Than I did the actual thing. Cause I mean, Tim Curry, God rest his soul, is a fantastic fucking actor. And, but you know, my favorite thing I saw Tim Curry in, It.
Okay.
And Clue. And Clue, the movie Clue, is probably my other guilty pleasure. A lot of people hate that movie because it had 3 separate endings. So you had to go to different cities. It literally, you had to go to different theaters in different cities in different parts of the United States to be able to see each one of the endings when it first came out.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, so for us here, you might be able to get 2 of the 3 endings here in our state, but then you'd have to go to one of the other states to get one of the other ones.
Yeah, the whole, God damn it, the fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show. I had a friend in high school that was always trying to talk me into going to the show. She was like, oh, yeah, we get on there, we act out the parts and blah, blah, blah. And if you're... This is the thing that... So I was already not on board with people acting out the fucking movie. But then they're like, oh, if you're brand new, this is your first time coming to the show, they bring you up front and I'm like, nah, fuck that, I'm out.
See, they didn't make me do that because I told my friend, I was just like, if you fucking do that, I'll never speak to you again. And that's how life goes. Because, yeah, they would really want to, noob. And so when they were pointing to me and my now ex-husband, they were like, noobs? And she was just like, no. They've seen this before. Long time ago.
Just not here.
Yeah, just don't worry. I know that they're good. Because, yeah, anyways. But, yeah, it's... The thing about Rocky Horror Picture Show is it was just so funny. I don't know. I think it just pokes fun at America, at humans, period.
Was Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie?
Not that I recollect, but Meatloaf was. He played Eddie.
Yeah.
I don't remember who played, like Barry Bostwick played, whatever his name was, and it had Susan Sarandon in it. It had Tim Curry in it. Barry Bostwick. I want to say his name was Jeff, but that's not right. Something, I love you. I don't know. And then you had the guy who played the creature. I don't know. The guy who played Riff Raff in the original movie, I think he just passed away within the last recent years. And then, of course, you had Meatloaf, who played Eddie. I don't remember who played Magenta. I don't know. I know some of the people only because the only reason why I ended up agreeing to even go see that movie was because Susan Sarandon was in it.
Yeah.
And, or seeing them theatrically play it out, whatever, is because of Susan Sarandon was in it. And I've always been a Susan Sarandon fan. So there you go. So yes, but that's not my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
But Tucker and Dale versus Evil, 100% for movies, 100% Tucker and Dale versus Evil. And then again, also Clue, because I thought it was such a brilliant marketing scheme and to keep it under wraps. Because you had, back in the late 90s, it was a big thing where people were doing spoiler alerts. Well, if you don't know which one is the actual ending, then you can't give a spoiler alert, right? But then when you watched each ending, it was like, or this, or that. And it's like, and they're like, but it was, and it was just like, that's not why it's my guilty pleasure. It is so fucking campy. They made, and there's only 2 of them that I'm super aware of, that I'm hyper aware of. So they made Clue based off of a fucking Milton Bradley board game.
I know that, yeah.
Right? Which is so hilarious because it's got Madeline Kahn in it and she's just so gregarious. And as Miss Scarlet, right? She's just so dramatic. And then, you've got, the fuck's his name? He was on Well, you got the guy who plays Colonel Mustard, and then you got the guy from Lenny and Squiggy who played Lenny, plays Mr. Green or something. Anyways, you get all these
dudes from Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah. But just the Lenny guy, Squiggy might have actually been in it. But the thing that I really loved about that movie and why it's a guilty pleasure is because, first of all, a lot of people hated on it, which I never understood why. Because I'm like, it's fucking hilarious, poking fun at this, it's a board game. It's not that serious. Yeah. And it's probably my absolute favorite board game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Clue has got to be my favorite, or at least in my top 3 favorite of board games.
I've never played it.
My heart,
she just gave me.
My heart actually hurts so bad for you because it's just like, it was so fun trying to figure out this fucking mystery based on these limited number of clues that you get, these exclusion clues, So, yeah, Tucker and Dale versus Evil, though, definitely. Clue, fantastic marketing scheme, a bunch of different great actors in it, because it's got like Leslie Warren in it, and like all these people who are now like, I guess, older actors. Martin Mull was in it as Colonel Mustard, of course. Tim Curry. It's just, I don't remember the one girl who plays the maid, but she just does French maid so well.
Oh,
like Yvette something or another. I don't remember, but it was just, it's set in the 50s, and it's just so it's like fucking great, because it just really brings the game to life, because they run through it and they're like, maybe it was Professor Plum, who was played by Christopher Lloyd, in the billiard room with the candlestick, and like, they're just so campy about it, and it just reminded me of playing those games with my siblings when I was younger, and other friends when I was younger, because it was just like, we'd be so excited. We just fucking knew who did it. And then it was like, wah, wah.
Oh, man. Henry Cavill, if you're listening, I just came up with an idea of the first Warhammer 40K or Warhammer Fantasy based game that you need to make a movie.
And I would say that's your guiltiest pleasure.
It's Hero Quest, or Warhammer Quest, rather.
Anything Warhammer, I would say, is your guiltiest pleasure.
I am kind of a nerd about Warhammer and Warhammer 40K.
Do you remember when they first announced, I think it was Warhammer 40K that they announced for the Xbox? And we were talking about it well over a decade ago. You were like a kid who just walked into FAO Schwartz, the biggest toy store in the entire fucking world, and you were told, Mr. Dagda, Bubba, you can get anything you want. Not only can you get anything you want, you can get multiplicities of them. And you were just like, oh boy, so excited. And literally in one day, you tried to explain to me the whole 40K universe.
Which is ridiculously huge.
It is ridiculously huge. But that conversation, like, it was literally, we were driving to work, and I'm like, how's it going? It was after a weekend. We're driving into work, and I'm like, how was your weekend? You're like, fan-freaking-tastic. I'm like, oh, that good? Yes, because they're gonna my favorite video game, and so you had this elation, and it was all day we talked about it, even including on up to the drive home. And the only reason why I remember is I bought us lunch that day because I thought, Jesus Christ, I thought I could talk a lot about stuff I like, right? And I went and got us Carl's Jr. for lunch.
Yeah.
But what was funny about it is this elation and the excitement you had, right? Kid in the candy store, kid in the biggest toy store in the world, whatever. And then you were playing it and you really liked it. And I didn't really get into it because there was something about the game graphics that, well, first of all, I was still with a bigger gaming group. And so I kind of got pulled in a few different directions. So I didn't have the time to focus on that, right?
Yeah.
And then you got Spawn killed over. I think it still, to some degree, makes you mad to this day.
I mean, so I used to get really super competitive and angry when doing games of any kind.
Oh, yeah.
And I learned at a certain point that sometimes it's best to stop caring. And so I really, really like the Warhammer and Warhammer 40K intellectual properties.
Yes.
And so I liked Space Marine so much that I did something that I almost never do, which is I played in their fucking douchebag. I mean, their their competitive campaign.
Yeah.
And this particular game is one of those ones where, as you progress and play it more in that aspect of the game, you get better and better equipment,
Mm-hmm.
which means that not only are you improving on you as a player playing the game, but you also have better equipment. And so you're going to be farther ahead than somebody who just started. So I didn't play in the competitive stuff
Right.
until several months after I bought the game.
Right.
Which made it so that I was several months behind the people who were playing it. And so I was way behind and I didn't care. I'm like, this is what's going to happen. I'm just going to get fucked. That's how this game is going to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to fail almost nonstop.
It feels like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, I'm just not going to give a fuck. I'm just going to run in there, do whatever happens, I don't fucking care. Mm-hmm. I'm just glad that I'm actually playing a Warhammer 40k Space Marine game. And so what I did was I got hand grenades. I got the best hand grenades. I got all the upgrades as far as abilities or whatever, so I could carry more hand grenades, and I had the biggest radius possible. And then I just run forward throwing hand grenades, and when I died, I died.
You were pretty mad. You were pretty mad at that spawn camping that happened to you. And I get it, because I got spawn camped plenty in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of the thing, is that, like, I understand that feeling, because when I quit playing Call of Duty, and I can't go into specifics, not going to, but when I tried to pick it up again with a newer Call of Duty, I still was like a week behind everybody else, and I might as well have been a decade behind them.
Yeah. And
I had a problem with how I understand the franchise evolving to like what future weapons might be, but it's just like past weapons that we have and we have verified and we know how they work, right? I understand using that all the way up to current. I don't understand future, because I'm like, some of this stuff is so technologically far off that there's no point to me, because I'm like, that doesn't give you a base thought in the back of your head. Like, how do I reload an M4? Well, I don't fucking know. Did you put your jetpack on and put your pew-pew powder? I'm like, no. I like the idea of it being based on realistic weapons, because that's how it used to be. Call of Duty 4 and older, all of their statistics were ran based off of the functionality of the weapons in there. The G36, the M4, the Garand. I mean,
the Dragunov.
Yes, even that, right? But every single one of them, you could go, and these are the weapons available in the game. You could go and you could look it up and you could read about them.
Yeah.
And that's the nerdy side of me, is that I like when I'm playing games that I'm getting a realistic reaction. It's probably why I play in character in some fantasy games. It's why I'm always a rogue or a bow hunter.
A ranger or rogue.
Yep, ranger, rogue, archer. Yeah, that to me is like, I still have that goal to get a crossbow. I have the picture of the crossbow I want still too. It'll be like non-existent, I'm sure, by the time I ever can afford that. But
I mean, they have crossbows at Cabela's.
They $500. You gonna give me $500? Exactly. Okay. So, any other guilty pleasures?
Oh, one thing. I'm sure this is an explanation a little bit. Okay. I'm sure a lot of people are like, what the fuck is Warhammer and Warhammer 40k?
Oh.
So, just a brief description. Imagine Lord of the Rings.
Right.
This is for the Warhammer fantasy one.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings meets Call of Cthulhu. They have a baby. That is...
Not everybody knows what Call of Cthulhu is, though.
Think something that is your worst nightmare. That is basically what Call of Cthulhu...
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, most people have at least heard of Cthulhu.
I mean, most people over a certain age, maybe.
Call of Cthulhu was written in, like, the 1930s, so...
Yeah, I would say most people over 30 have probably heard of Cthulhu.
I would actually argue that probably more young people know about it, because it's in kind of, like, all of the
mainstream jokes now
type shit.
Yeah, I mean, it is mentioned heavily in The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so when you told me about it, I was just like, no, I haven't really heard about this. But you were like, think Lord of the Rings? Only awesome. That's how you described it to me. And I was like, what? And you're like, because it's in the future, and
that's
it's
40K.
this. Well, whatever, like it all sticks in my head that it's Lord of the Rings, but awesome in the future with better armor.
So Warhammer 40K is like if Call of Cthulhu and Lord of the Rings had a baby, but it was raised in the Dune universe, and fucking Judge Dredd was the babysitter, and they had a aliens toy growing up. That's what.
And I think more people would understand that because of Dune being so the redoing of Dune with Timothée Chalamet and Austin Butler and fucking Zendaya. Yeah, I mean, I think so people could.
And the new video game that just came out, which I've been playing.
Oh yeah, that's right. You've been playing one on Steam.
Yeah.
Just Dune.
Yeah, it's Dune Awakening. It's sort of an MMO, I guess, but it's a survival game.
Yeah.
So you get dropped off in the middle of the desert, and then you gotta survive in the desert.
I think you know what's really weird is like yesterday when I took my break time in between doing stuff, I tried to play one of my absolute favorite zombie games, and I was just like, I think I made it 30 minutes, and I was just like, that's enough, back to work. Like, you know, I'm just in a cycle, just try to deal with everything. I'm just in a cycle where it's like, I don't want anything that's going to take much brain power beyond click, click, bingo, or that card matches that card, mahjong.
Yeah, I've been playing. Two of my gamer friends are on the same server as me.
Yeah.
And both of them have been playing a whole bunch. I mean, one of them is a school teacher, so she basically has time to more or less just be playing as much.
Right now.
Yeah.
Not in 3 weeks.
Yeah. And then my other friend, well, that's another story. But so
I wasn't going to touch it.
So like they've been playing a whole bunch, and I've been playing like maybe an hour or two, maybe 3 or 4 hours on like a Saturday or something.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like after getting done here, I don't play. And like I have a problem when it comes to gaming and stuff. So I specifically don't game on days that I'm going to be working. So or the next day I'll be working. So I don't unless it's something very specific.
Right.
Like if it's a game that is very easy to basically quit at any point and it doesn't fucking change anything.
Right.
Then sometimes I'll do those, but oftentimes I won't, because especially if I'm playing like a Total War game, so a 4X style game, I can get seriously lost in that because it's like, it's simple. It's not like super engaging, but it's brain teaser enough that I'll be like, okay, I need to do this.
Right.
And so I'll fucking get lost in there. I'll spend fucking hours and not even fucking realize it. Playing a game like that. Whereas like a shooter game, it's taxing. It's much more taxing on your fucking nerves and your brain to be like,
you're having to constantly redirect your brain is like, what's my threat? Where am I accessing it? Where did this come from? Where am I seeing that flash from? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's.
Did I hear that from behind me?
Yeah.
And so as a result, it's more exhausting, I guess, to play. And so you're far more aware of time, at least for me, than if I'm playing a strategy game where I can fucking, the fight's going on and just sit back and watch it happen. And so as a result, I can play it a lot longer without realizing it than if I've been in a super exciting type game.
Yeah. And the reverse is kind of true for me. There has been plenty of my gamer friends where we've gotten together and we've played 7 Days to Die, and it's a fucking, a blood moon night. And the next thing we know, fucking 4 hours are gone. It's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, so I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing the game for, I don't know, like a month now or something. I'm not sure when anyway, I've been playing it for a while, but I haven't got anywhere near the amount of hours that those two have in there.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm like way, way behind them.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I just got a fucking a sand bike, and
I'm like, what level are you? 12?
yeah. And it's like, and because I'm so far behind, I'm actually trying to build up more slowly, but it's a survival game, so a lot of what you're doing is managing resources.
Right.
And your resources are constantly being used up. So it's constantly, oh, no, now I gotta get more water, which means that I need to go kill more bad guys and drain their blood, because that's one of the main ways you get water in this game.
Jeez Louise.
There's also, like, plants. There's, like, these little patches of plants. And if you're at the patch of plants at the right time of day, you can gather water. You can collect dew off of them.
Right.
But that's a small sliver of the time that you have, and you have to be there. And until you make the devices that you need to do it, you can only gather a limited amount of water, and basically you just drink it before you get the devices. And then on top of that, nighttime is when the fucking patrols happen.
Right.
And a lot of those patrols happen around where those plants are at. So you'll be up there trying to gather, and then all of a sudden this spotlight will be on you, and then they hit you with this fucking, like, not really a freeze ray, but something along those lines that it keeps you from moving.
Right.
And then they fucking teleport down bad guys, and this swarm of bad guys on you. It's like, motherfuckers trying to get a drink of water.
Like, I don't want to die of thirst in the middle of the fucking night because I forgot to get up at 3:02 a.m. yesterday to go collect my new motherfucker.
I guess I'll hope that I kill you guys, and then I'll drain your blood and get the water that way.
Like, you fucking 75 motherfuckers trying to ruin my midnight sleep, you dicks.
Yeah, I got really pissed off because I was engaging this group of bandits that was basically they're outside of this ruin that I needed to go in to get parts. Because there's like all these different areas that you have to go to get these specific types of parts to build the fucking stuff that you need. So I needed these fucking membranes and these other things. I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, this place had them. And so I'm trying to get in there. I'm fighting these bad guys. There's like 5 of them. And then I get hit with the spotlight, and then these other fucking douchebags show up. And I'm like getting gangbanged by everybody. Even though the fucking patrol people that are coming are also enemies of the bandits, they don't give a fuck. They're just going to kill me and fucking everybody else.
Do you ever, when you are in those situations, now, and I don't know if it's just me and my sense of humor, but when you find yourself in that position where all of a sudden you're fighting 2 guys and all of a sudden like 12 more show up like, hey, I'm going to join the party. You ever find yourself yelling at the computer monitor, the TV screen, whatever you're viewing the game on, or you're playing it, I didn't give you permission to fuck me like that. You ever do that?
No, not, yes, sort of.
I audibly have done that.
I was like, you stupid motherfuckers, why the fuck? Yeah, because, I'm getting snared, I guess is the best way to say it, by this fucking beam. Meanwhile, the bandits, they don't give a fuck. They're still shooting me. Oh, now he's not moving. Let's shoot him some more. It's like, you motherfuckers.
Like, you dance for us, pretty boy, dance.
Yeah. It's like, why don't you fight the fucking patrol too, fucking asshats? No, everybody's fucking shooting me.
Yeah, no, I do that thing. Audibly, like, I didn't give you fucking permission to fuck me like that. What the fuck's wrong with you? I mean, yeah, I get it. My language isn't great. I've done really good lately, but somebody posted, I know this is squirrel, but it's only because I said the F word 3 times. So it's like my magic trick, like Beetlejuice. So somebody posted about the F word being the only fucking word that can make any fucking sense in any fucking sentence at any fucking time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck yes, motherfucker.
My uncle, a while back, he posted this picture of a dude wearing a t-shirt, and across the upper chest it says fuck in big bold letters. And then under it, it has just you, me, them, us.
Right? All the iterations of it.
And one of my aunts was like, I don't get it. And my uncle was like, this is for Dagda. I was like, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway, it's one of my favorite words. It really is. And it's just so suitable for so many things. And
it's not a guilty pleasure.
If you ask some people that I know, because I am very abusive with the word, apparently it's my guilty pleasure. You know, because do you know anything else in your vocabulary? I most certainly know other words in my vocabulary. But the difference between me using the word fuck, fucking, motherfucker, or any other iteration of word that I could use, and you right now, is that I'm choosing those words so I don't physically fucking hit your face because you're so fucking stupid and I want to fucking punch your stupid fucking face. I hate it when people think you're uneducated or, you know, you're very... It really makes me mad when people accuse you of being kind of Forrest Gumpy for using that kind of language. And they don't fucking realize what a smart motherfucker Forrest Gump actually was if you watch the actual fucking story.
Well, he's not a smart man, but he knows what love is.
He does. See? That's what I'm saying. You want to know what true love is? What I have with my mother. I don't mean it like that. But
well, you did want to marry her.
I did. I was so pissed. I was so mad. I was so mad when I found out you couldn't. It was so stupid. I'd married my mommy. She's so pretty. I love my mommy. Especially when I was younger, she'll say, "Oh, before I had gray hair and all these wrinkles," like literally, you know that face. And I've always thought my mom was so pretty. And it wasn't until I was a little bit older where I understood where I thought she was pretty. And that's because she reminded me so much, especially the way she used to do her hair. She reminded me so much of Sally Field in Smokey and the Bandit.
Nah.
You know, because she was built like that. She had the dark hair like that. She has got the Valentine face like that, the heart face like that. So, you know, the high cheekbones. And then when I got a little bit older, I was just like, oh no, my mom's more like fucking Sally Field Norma Ray. You've never seen it?
No.
Norma Ray is a true story about this woman who tried to organize unions for better stuff. And she gets up on this table and trust me, my mother, although only 7% Irish, her Irish temper comes out. Because she said something to me not last week, but the week before, whenever the last time I saw her was in the last couple weeks. And she was just like, and I just don't understand. I was like, it's the Irish temper. I'm not even that much Irish. I'm 7%. She's like 11% or some shit like that. I'm like, well, it only takes a little bit of Irish in you to get you that pissed. True love. I think true love is what I have with many people. I think it's what I have with my partner. I think it's what I have with you. I think it's what I have with Kai and my mommy. Maybe even Agent Double H. You know, maybe my siblings, because it's not about sex. It's not about, I'm married, I'm not married. It's not about any of that. I think true love definitively to me is about respect and loyalty and care and companionship and all these other wonderful things that we don't have time to talk about today. Mm-hmm. But it was literally, that was one of the first questions when my partner was moving from the other side of the state to here. He was just like, what does love mean to you? And the very first thing out of my mouth was loyalty, respect, honesty, compassion. That's what true love is to me. That's what it's all about to me. And it kind of really threw him for a loop because I don't look at things as traditionally his generation, which I love saying his generation because it makes him so mad. What he has heard people say before, you know, because I think it's so fake to sit there and say, I'm so in love with you. Just when I see your big blue eyes, it's just like, okay, but why aren't you looking at your partner and whatever going, I am so in love with you. You fucking smash that spider like nobody's fucking business. And he hates spiders. Why aren't we saying to our companions, our friends, our really close ones, like, I'm so in love with you, motherfucker, because you support me every step of the fucking way. Why aren't we doing those things? Why are we sitting there going, oh, like I've seen so many shorts. Oh, I'm so in love with you because you got a big wah. You know, like, drives me nuts. Anyways, guilty pleasures for you is going to be Evil Dead franchise and
Warhammer. Everything Warhammer.
everything always Warhammer. And I think I'm going to stick as far as movies go. I think I'm going to say definitely 100% Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Just fuck, man. I love that movie. It makes me laugh just as hard now as it did the first time I saw it. And then, of course, the Clue movies. A lot of people hate them. I love it because, like I said, there's only 2 games. There's only 2 games. I'm sure there's more. But to me, Clue and Battlefield are the only 2. Battleship, sorry, not Battlefield. Battleship that seem to be, that I know specifically were made after like Hasbro or Milton Bradley games. I'm sure there's others, but those are the most memorable to me. They're the only 2 I can actually think of.
Yeah. I remember hearing about the fact that they had done a movie deal with Hasbro for like 5 of their games, and Battleship rather was one of the first ones that they mentioned, and I was like, wow, the fuck, they're gonna make a movie out of that. And I watched that movie. It's okay. It's not.
I enjoy the fuck out of that movie because Taylor Kish, he's also in one of my favorite TV shows too. Yeah. One of my guilty pleasure TV shows, which a lot of people are like, that show's so 20 years ago. Don't fucking care, because Taylor Kish was legal when he was in that show, so don't care. Burr, burr, burr. He's a lot older than you think he is now. Burr, burr, burr. Don't care. I do not like. I know we have to wrap this up. It's getting long in the tooth, but I don't understand how people are like, oh, you can't. No, back in the day, they actually did acting right, where they didn't have underage people doing overage things. So Taylor Kish, who is now early mid-40s, 20 years ago, playing a 17-year-old, not so bad, because he could portray sexual intimacy and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, that was kind of the whole point of 21 Jump Street, right? Was that it was people who looked older than
who looked younger than they were, so that they could catch people doing illegal things. That's right. So anyways, Evil Dead franchise, Warhammer 40K, Warhammer universe, anything in that realm.
Yeah.
Because see, if you wouldn't have said that, if you wouldn't have brought that up, I'd have been like, what about anything Dungeons and Dragons? I know.
So here's the thing. I always say Dungeons and Dragons, even though I'm not talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Right. Because everybody knows what Dungeons and Dragons is.
It's a late term to use.
Yeah. So even though I would much rather play Warhammer.
Or Pathfinder.
Or Rifts, which nobody knows what that fucking is.
I do.
I love Rifts.
I know.
Unfortunately, the game system, it's old. And
it leaves much to be desired.
Although they did make a Savage World, which it's more playable, let's say.
Okay.
But it loses a lot in translation.
Yeah.
But that's another story for another day.
I know, right? But I'm glad they joined us again today. Because you never know.
I feel sorry for them.
Why?
Because they're listening to our insanity. Anyway.
I think that's the best. Listen, let me tell you what. I think that's the best part of us is the fact that pretty soon we're going to be talking about the zombies and the apocalypse. That is what's exciting to me. Because that is one of our, I swear we had a 10-year conversation just about, we have an entire plan. Anyways, thank you for joining us again. Come back for another cup or another glass of whatever, and we'll see you guys soon. Yeah.
Later.
Bye. Okay, everybody. That's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here, and please share and share again and share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.